I will have been unemployed for almost 2 months. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Joyce here at Joy of My Life. I do fashion, beauty, tech, vlogs, and all that beautiful stuff. So if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button down below. So today I'm here in my bed and I figured I would want to be pretty comfy for this video. Just for like relaxed, chill. Like it's gonna be a chill talking video, and you already know the title. You already see what this video is about. That's why you clicked on this video. Maybe you're going through this too, or maybe you're just nosy. Hey, either one works for me. Come chat, come chill for the rest of this video, because we're just gonna get into it, and hopefully this helps someone, because that's really the reason I decided to do it. I didn't know if I was gonna talk about this on my channel, but yeah, here we are. So pull up a seat, let's go. So y'all, the time that you're watching this video, I will have been unemployed for basically 2 months, which is kind of insane, I'm not gonna lie. It went very fast, but I definitely didn't expect this. I definitely didn't see this on my vision board for this year. I definitely didn't see this on my 2024 bingo card, but we move. We definitely move, and we don't let it stop us, okay? But let's get into the story. Let's get into my feelings afterwards, and then I guess where I'm at right now in the process. Yeah, that's my trajectory for this video. So let's start with this actual story of how it happened. So in early March, I had logged on to my computer because I was working from home that day, and I was actually here in my bed. I'm not gonna lie. I, logged on like normal, looked at my emails like normal, was just catching up, in the beginning of the day, like usual, and I was answering all these pings and stuff like that. And my boss had sent me a ping. I want to say it was around 9:45, because I don't remember it being so much time in between the ping and the actual meeting itself, because I did have another meeting scheduled at 10, but because he had sent that ping and he was like, Joyce, join the meeting I just sent to your email, like I just set up, like he just had set up the meeting. I was like, oh, I had to join this one. Like most, anytime like he would send something like that to me about like a meeting he has, like I would have to go to, obviously, to the meeting that he sent, or like something that he wanted me involved in. But I will say, the way he worded like the message to me in the, like our messaging system, it was weird. Like I do remember it being like, why is he sending it to me like this? Like, why is this meeting, like, it made me a little bit more nervous, but not necessarily that I thought I was gonna get laid off. It was more of like, oh, I'm nervous about maybe something I did, like something like, did my work mess up? Did something happen? Did I calculate something wrong? Like it was stuff like that was going through my head. That was like, oh my god, am I like in trouble kind of thing. Like that's kind of what it was. It wasn't necessarily, oh, I'm about to get laid off. No, that did not go through my head. But like I said, I will say that I did think it was weird, because the way that he did, like, I'm so used to him just being like, oh, I could get on the call with you in a few minutes, or if he did want me to join a meeting, I don't know, it was just different. Like he worded it differently, I'll just say that. The meeting did come, and I'm very used to not joining meetings with my camera on, because with my particular role, like a lot of us didn't really ever put our cameras on, if I'm being honest. So I was very used to not having my camera on. But I joined this meeting and I can laugh at it now, obviously, but I joined this meeting, and it was my boss and an HR person, which I did know. I did like her because I've worked with her in the past for like mentoring and like helping with internships, like summer internships at my company. And so like I knew her, but I was like, in my head, I was like, why is she in the meeting with my boss? And they were in the same room, like looking at the screen, like through the webcam. So in a way, I am glad I didn't automatically be like, oh my gosh, should I be on camera? Because yeah, no, I'm glad. I am glad, okay? So yeah, they started their whole spiel. And I'll be honest, like literally as soon as my boss started talking about it, and then like he switched it over to the HR lady, it was kind of just like shock. Like, it didn't really hit me right away, but I just remember like hearing it and I was like, wow, oh my god, like that, it was crazy to me. And it like went through my head, and then they were asking me if I had any questions, and I just was like, I don't even really know right now, like what am I supposed to ask? Like, what? Because you know, she was explaining everything to me, and then it was just like, what? That was kind of how, you know, it actually went down. The call was like maybe 20 minutes, and obviously I was originally shocked, and then like I went into my mother and definitely cried then. I feel like anytime like I say something to my mother, I feel like I cry. I don't even know why, because I'm not even a crier like that. If most of my friends in real life, my family know, like I am not really a crier. Like that doesn't come out of me really easily at all, because something has to be very, I don't even know, sad or like whatever, or like just maybe jarring to me that will get me to get to that point. Or like a sad movie. I'm not gonna lie, a movie will get me, okay? But yeah, so that, I didn't cry for a long time. I just obviously just like, I think saying it and like really coming to terms with it was probably what got me emotional. And I pulled it together, because I really hate, like I said, I really do not like crying, y'all. So I pulled that together, and then I came back upstairs, and I was gonna see, like, basically to contact my closest colleagues, because again, I didn't really know, like, it was my last day of work, obviously. I still had access, so I was able to get on like 2 calls before I left. Well, not even left, before my access was cut from me. And I was able to send like a farewell email, which was I was very glad I did it in a timely manner, let me say that, because I started to realize I was losing access to certain programs, like little by little. And I was like, oh, let me just send it to everyone I've, you know, connected with over the years, because I've been at this company, y'all. Well, I would have been at this company in April, 5.5 years, because this was my job like straight out of school. So it was kind of crazy and kind of a pretty bittersweet moment, you know, for it to kind of like end like that. Yeah, it was definitely it's definitely something that obviously, of course, I didn't expect, and you know, I didn't realize it was coming. It was definitely a little bit hard for me, I guess, to come to terms with it like right away. But as the day went on, and I was telling everyone, like all my friends, I was telling my family, obviously, like I told my, like all my close friends, and people were reaching out to me to call me and like talk to me. After I've told people multiple times, you know, like I told this story multiple times by the end of the day. Like by the end of the day, I had probably told it like, I don't even know, 10 times maybe. And by that point, I had basically come to terms with it. I was just like, okay, it's done. You know what I'm saying? I can't change it, and it's just, I'm not gonna stay sad over it or stay, you know, even I wasn't even necessarily, I was just, wow, you know, it's not even really like any annoyance or any irritation, because I feel like I did so much at the company. Like I learned a lot about myself, and also just like grew as a person in general. So it wasn't anything like that. I think, like I said, it was just bittersweet, you know? Yeah, I definitely told a good amount of people that day. You know, I spoke to a lot of my friends, and I really did come to terms with it. First off, was just like, it's not anything I could change. So I personally don't really like to dwell on things. I kind of already said this, but I really don't like to dwell on things for too long. So for me, it was kind of just like, today's the day. You tell everyone, you gotta get it out of your system. That's it. I even told my stream. So I was streaming on Twitch that night, and I even told my stream, and they're obviously very supportive of my community over there. They were asking me like how I felt and all that, and I was just like, this is for the plot. It's ultimately for the plot. Yeah, like I just felt, you know, this is part of my timeline. This is part of my life. This is, you know, something that needed to happen. I honestly always believe everything happens for a reason. So I feel like this probably was a blessing in disguise. It's given me an opportunity to pivot into something else. Something honestly probably completely different than what I was doing. Because if you would have asked me when I graduated college, if I was going to spend more than like 2 or 3 years at one company, I definitely would have said like, absolutely not. Like always in my head when I was in school, like I was gonna be like, oh yeah, like one company for like 2 years, another company for like another 2 years, 3 years. Like, I never saw myself staying in a company for the amount of time I've stayed at this company. And I don't know. I mean, I definitely, like I said, I don't regret it. I definitely learned a lot, like I said, throughout my years there. And I was able to dip my toe in different things. You know, I wasn't in the same role the whole time I was there and doing the exact same thing all 5 years. Like, that would have been crazy. I definitely think this is an opportunity for me to, you know, change and do something completely different. My Twitch, you know, community was asking me if I was going to be a full-time content creator. And personally right now, I don't think that's in the cards for me. I like content creation as kind of like a side hustle, and I've always known it as something that's on the side. Even when I was doing YouTube during college, it was on the side of being a student. So I'm never saying never, you know. I don't like to put things in stone with me, you know, because you never know what's gonna happen in the future. But right now, I just don't see that for me. And honestly, I busted my butt for a computer science degree for 4 years, and a lot of the time the degree was finishing me. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. So I just feel like, why would I give all that work up so fast, you know, just to do content creation full time? And honestly, I don't know how I would be with content creation full time, kind of technically doing it right now. And I don't want it to ever really become something that's not fun and enjoyable, you know, where it's like I feel like I have to do something every single, you know. I want it to be enjoyable. So I don't know, I'd have to obviously see how that goes if I ever decide to do that in the future, but that's not right now. Some of the things that I personally have learned in this experience for myself is, don't let this experience define you. I personally have gone through other, you know, like hardships in my life, and I never let any of that define me. It's a part of me, but it's not who I am. Like, that's not the full essence of who I am. So I don't want this. If you are also going through this like me, I don't want this layoff to define who you are. You're still a great worker. You still have the abilities to get the job done. So don't think that they took that away from you when they laid you off. A lot of times layoffs are really just because of money. A lot of times they don't want to pay people, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy, especially if you're quitting a job, you got to kind of let people know ahead of time. But when you get laid off, a company could upend your life in like 30 minutes, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I don't want it. Don't ever let something like this define who you are, because you are much more than the job that you have. I personally wanted to share this on YouTube. Let me say this. I finally decided that I was going to share this on YouTube because I felt like if anyone ever watches my video, it might help them. And that's always what I wanted to do. I did a lot of tech videos when I first started working on my channel. And yeah, like I feel like that is something that I could share. You know, I'm coming from a kind of like a tech kind of layoff situation. So, you know, I just basically want to make sure you don't feel alone. That's really what it is at the end of the day. And that's why I decided to make the video. Even though this is definitely new for me, to be here in the bed, chilling with y'all, talking like this, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe we'll incorporate this a little, you know, occasionally. But yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to share with y'all. And also, I guess, for myself, it's kind of like a checkpoint for myself. So when I look back, because I love looking back at my old YouTube videos occasionally, because it's kind of a video diary of my life. And I mean, I started in college, so I still, you know, see my college self, and then kind of growing up, you know, through my videos on YouTube. So having this as kind of like a documenting of my current state is cool. So later on, I can look back on it and see how much, you know, I've changed and grown, you know what I'm saying? So so what have I been doing in my time off? So like I said, I've been unemployed for basically 2 months at this point, and a lot of what I've done is chilled, I'm not gonna lie. Especially the first month, I really didn't do too much. I was kind of just enjoying the fact that I had more free time. and taking advantage of that. I streamed a lot more. I definitely have made Twitch one of my probably main platforms, and I really enjoy it over there because it's more of a chill vibe, you know? I kind of just go as myself and play games, also talk to my community over there, so it's pretty fun. And I do want that to be what I do here on YouTube too, where I'm just chill and talking to y'all very candidly as well. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing and trying to make more effort with YouTube as well. But I've also hung out with a lot of my friends. I've made effort to hang out with them, talk to them more. Yeah, just honestly trying to be enjoying my Funemployed life. I did obviously start the job search. I made a huge list of my Notion. I love my Notion. I use it for everything. And started that whole process. Updated my resume, of course, because I really hadn't touched it in like a year, which was kind of crazy. When I was looking at it, I was like, oh wow, it's been a minute. Definitely have to update this. So I did start that, and obviously, you know, file for employment and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, I have been enjoying it. I do want to probably go on vacation because money comes back, time does not. So I do want to take advantage of the time that I'm not working, even if, you know, it loses me some money. I do obviously don't want to spend crazy amounts of money without some, you know, income that I'm used to. So yeah, I'm getting used to that, but I'm gonna be okay. Like, I know I'm gonna be okay. But yeah, I was definitely through a span. Definitely through a what is the expression? Something in the works? I don't really care anymore. But yeah, y'all, I think I've talked enough. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know down below if this is something you're going through right now. I will give you support in the comments, boo. So yeah, definitely let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, we'll be doing more, I guess more, I'm gonna call it probably Funemployed Diaries, because I have some more videos planned for the next few weeks and months. I don't think it'll last that long, but you know, we're gonna do a little bit here and there. So definitely stay tuned for more content here on the channel. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your night or day, whenever you're watching this. But I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.